Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the F1 Debrief podcast, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix podcast. All right, what do you guys rate it out of 10?
I was gonna go 5, but
Five.
no, I'm sorry. I was gonna out of 5. If it was out of
out of 5.
I like it out of
Real quick.
10. I'm like,
yeah, 10 is a little easier.
10, you have more range. 5, I feel like,
Yeah.
you know. Out of 10, I would give it maybe like a 6.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I would say 6.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6.5.
6.5. What's the
Yeah.
extra half? Where do you?
Just a little.
It's just like the little things like
Alonso podium, and then a little like a sneak peek or a little brief moment of battle between Red Bull.
yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
You also got the Ferrari drama in the middle also during the safety
Oh yeah.
car. Ferrari's also just funny the entire season. It's already silly season for them again.
We're only 2 races in.
I know. So we'll go right into our race predictions for the Saudi Grand Prix. So Jared, you had Max, Checo, and Sainz. Kevin, you had Max, Charles, and Checo. And I had Max, Checo, and Alonso. So I was the only one, and I got 1 point. So I think a refresher, we're doing 3, 2, 1. So 3 for first, 2 for second, 1 for third. And then if you get all 3 right, you get an additional 5 points. We all in agreement, right?
Yeah. I feel like we should dumb down the 5 points though. I feel like you should get like an extra 2 points for like a total of 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so a total of 5.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Wait. So if you get all 3, you get an extra 2 points?
Yeah, you get an extra 2
Yeah,
points.
there's just 5 points if you get all 3 right.
Because if you get lucky one week, you basically run off with it.
Okay, true. Okay, wait. Well then, are we still doing a 3, 2, 1? Because then if you
we'll do 3, 2, 1 with a +2.
So then you would get 7 or
5.
3, 4, 5.
Wait. Oh
6.
yeah, 3, 2, 1.
You would get 8 points total.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Instead of what, the 11 points?
It'd be. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we good with that, or do we just do an extra?
We'll do that.
Okay. We'll stick with that. Something like that. All right. Put those in. I'll put those in later. So, yeah, I feel like we almost got that, like you said, Jared, that Max and Checo battle at the very end.
It's close. I mean, it was like he was kind of gaining on him. Was it like lap around 15 or something? And then
Checo started pulling away again.
By what lap was Max like in second?
Second? I think like 25th or something like that. I think Alonso actually called it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I was I was very hopeful when Alonso took the lead at the very start, but
yeah,
I knew like deep down Red Bull would just come back because because I don't think Checo's the greatest like starter of races.
No.
He's on and off, I feel like.
But once Alonso took
it, I don't think he's just got like a solid. He's just a solid racer. It's just nothing like super,
he's
like,
a good racer.
God.
But another thing was, and I guess I didn't know this, but he's like known for the street circuits, and Jeddah's technically a street circuit.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people are like wondering if it's more like just a one-off, or because he obviously had the pace this weekend. He looked really strong.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I've got a hot take, and I don't know how it's gonna go down.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Sergio Perez, 2023 world champion.
No way.
I thought about that.
There's
no
way.
chance. No chance.
No way,
bro. I feel like there's gonna. I feel like this. I don't think Checo's gonna get re-signed.
You don't think Checo will get re-signed?
I don't.
This is his last year, right?
His last year. What?
Wait, sorry. You said Checo world champion?
Checo
right?
world champion, and he will not re-sign with Red Bull.
You think he goes for money, or do you think?
He only resigns. I don't even know if he would resign if he wanted.
I think he retires.
Where would he go?
No, I don't think he goes home.
Yeah, he goes home.
No way.
He retires.
He's not even that old.
No, he's younger.
But if he almost retired, if Red Bull didn't pick him up,
that's true.
He would have retired. I think I saw that somewhere.
I'm
not too sure though.
We're the second
race. Born in 1990. He's 31.
Yeah. He's younger than. I don't know. He's younger than Lewis. I know that, but.
Maybe Nico.
No, Nico.
I always thought he was old because I feel like he has an old soul and he has kids and he's just like.
That's true. I mean, he's been in F1 forever. He just hasn't been on the track as often.
No, but I think he really has the pace, and I feel like he has the grips with the car this year. And it's hard to tell because, like you said, Max literally gained 13 spots or whatever it was. So obviously he didn't get to start close to Checo.
Yeah.
But at the end of the race, it seemed like Checo still had a ton of pace. Not saying Max didn't. I know Max was saying that there was it this race where he was saying there was something with the drivetrain or something? He was like
I think it was this race.
Yeah, I think he had a problem with his car last race as well.
Saying he felt something or a vibration or whatever. And then they were the ones telling Checo to slow down his lap time when Max was going faster. Or something like that. I don't know.
No, I think he asked what pace should I be at, and they said keep it within 3.3 or 1.33, and then they said what's Max going, and responded 1.32.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, so why are you telling me to keep going slower? Yeah.
So I mean, because obviously they brought on Checo to fulfill that second driver role. I mean. Last year, it was the perfect role. He was the perfect second driver. He got enough points for Red Bull. He was able to help Max. I don't think, obviously every driver wants to win the world championship, and he's in a car that's capable of doing that. And I think this year especially, he's, already showing that he's got the pace, and he looks, in my opinion, really strong. And I don't know if he's going to want to stay at a team where he knows he's second.
Yeah, well, where else would he go that's competitive?
That has a open seat that would take him.
That's a good point. I don't know. So, I mean, I haven't thought this far into it. This is... I don't know.
Hot take.
I am. I have not thought... I don't know where he'd go. There's nowhere better to go. That's one thing. So, it's like... I just don't think he's going to want to keep being the number 2. But
right now he's not the number 2. They're pretty neck and neck. They treat him pretty equally right now.
That's what they say.
I still feel like they're biased towards Max though.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put more
because even Checo can play the team game where I don't think Max can.
No.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I don't think Red Bull's gonna do anything about it because obviously, what can you do about it? He's like, well, he's literally our 2-time world champion. He helped us get the championship. So it's I don't know. Because, obviously he was the one that was saying, screw this, I'm getting the fastest lap on the last race, or the last lap of the race.
Yeah, I mean, Checo also tried to set one. He just messed up in one of the first corners, so he didn't have any time to respond.
Okay. I didn't know that, actually.
That's why, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then going back to what Jared said, once Checo found that out, he also ended up going faster because he's like, well, I want to keep the fastest lap because it's all fair games and it's only the second race in the season. You can't really pick favorites right now.
I was stoked though for Checo because if he would have gotten the fastest lap point, I didn't know this. He would have been the first Mexican to ever lead a world championship.
Yep.
And then that
would have been his first time leading anyways.
That
just in general.
Took it away from him.
1 point.
Which is kind of wild because in a way I thought he would have leaded a championship because he's been in such a good car, but I was like, no, Max has just been super
Yeah, I mean,
ahead of the
he's also pace. been racing for a while, but he's never been
Yeah.
in a very, I don't want to say a very good car, but like a championship winning
Yeah.
car until he got to Red Bull.
Hasn't he been in? I don't know his start. Did he start in Force India?
Yeah, I believe Force India, but then
I know it
that turned
changed to
into
BWT Racing
yeah.
Point. Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. So that was my hot take. We'll see what happens. It is only the second race of the season, but
Yeah, there's a lot of season left. It looks pretty good as a season so far. Like there's nothing like crazy happened, but it's still pretty good.
That's true. The midfield is very close, so that's for sure.
what was the deal with McLaren? Did Piastri?
Yeah.
They didn't come to race. That's basically it. They just want to go home.
For the whole season.
I forget where'd they finish?
Oscar finished 15th and Lando in 17th.
Oh, dude, I thought he DQ'd.
And Oscar had potential because he got contact first lap, so he had to come in and pit for a wing.
Didn't he hit the wall?
Oh, was that him? He hit the
Yeah,
wall.
I think he hit the
So
wall.
I'm just, and then did you again today, or then they released a statement a few days after that saying they're restructuring their organization, and then they now added on another sponsor. They have the most sponsors on the F1 grid of 49 sponsors. Who? McLaren.
Wow.
That's why they're slow, because they have so much goddamn paint on their car.
Don't they have those changing
Yeah.
decals?
Is that year
Is that
round,
actually
though?
on the car though?
I don't know. I mean,
Or is
I
that just
heard
for
about
like
that.
when they're showing off the car?
I mean, I can imagine it being real. Like if it's just speed, like based off heat. So like if they're going faster, maybe the speed, changes. I don't know. But
I don't know. Yeah, but I thought they had potential, or at least Oscar did good in qualifying.
Yeah.
And then Lando, he messed something up, right? I think he messed up his lap, and then he just didn't do good.
I don't remember too much from qualifying because I didn't have a chance to watch it fully, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Have you guys been hearing about the rumor of Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari?
Yes, and
that's
the
just
swap
bull.
deal.
There's no way you would do it.
You say, Jared?
It's such bull. There's no way.
Bull, you don't buy it?
I'm calling 100% BS. That's just like talk. There's no way he would leave Mercedes.
I'd have to agree. I don't.
I mean, they
Especially-
literally like bend over backwards to appease anything that Hamilton wants.
I know.
You could tell him to wipe
Toto came out and he just said, he's like, I want to get him that 8th championship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's like
they would
screw-
wipe his ass if you told him.
Screw George Russell, but
George is a little twat.
dude, I feel like Mercedes I feel like they're being very dramatic this year. I know they're always dramatic, but like,
Well, this is their first season in a while where they haven't been able to compete.
but in these last two races, they've still been ahead of the Ferraris. I feel like
that's just because of Ferrari just can't make calls right.
they can't figure out the fundamentals of
Like
strategy
Mercedes,
calls.
I feel like they've just always been on there. Like they've just always been on it. Like you'll get one, maybe two races where they just get it completely wrong. They don't finish as high up as they should.
Actually,
but,
yeah, Ferrari finished ahead of
Yeah.
Mercedes in Bahrain. I forgot about that.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, Ferraris sometimes their calls aren't
the best.
as good as they should be.
Yeah, no kidding. But they have the fastest pit stop. That's what matters.
That is true.
Fastest pit stop.
Yep, lots of points off of that.
That was it.
I felt bad for Lance Stroll. I feel like he could have had a decent
Yeah,
result.
he started. Do you know exactly what happened? I honestly don't.
I'll try to look it up, but no, I don't. Yeah, all of a sudden, his engineer was saying, "Stop! You got to stop it right now."
Yeah, he ended up having to stop and everything. Who else DNF'd? Alex Albon. I feel bad for him because he hasn't been able to finish a race this year.
He didn't finish in Bahrain either.
Did he? I thought he didn't.
I don't know.
Oh, never mind. He finished in 10th. Never mind. What the? Did he? I think I just got him mixed up. Never mind. I don't remember him finishing up. Huh.
So they haven't revealed like the exact problem, but they were just saying that they were starting to lose power. So we're in the earlier laps,
Okay.
they were just like losing half a second every single lap. So something, and they definitely just wanted to try to save the engine.
Yeah.
If they could, but I don't know.
Is there any connection between? No, there's no connection between. Oh gosh, the Aston Martin Red Bull team, right? Because that like
No.
the
What do you
safety
mean
car
by
came out at a
connection?
very.
Yeah.
Because what I'm trying to get at is that safety car came out at a very convenient time.
It did. It did.
I mean,
So,
I don't think
that's what I was
so
getting at.
because I feel like if anything, Aston Martin would want to help Mercedes because they're their engine supplier.
Yeah, well, wait, Mercedes is right.
Mercedes
Yeah.
is Aston's engine, yeah.
Yeah.
But they needed, yeah. I don't know. I'm confused now. I'm lost. What were we just talking about?
You're the
safety car?
host.
The safety car coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it said it was too convenient. At least in my eyes.
Too convenient for Red Bull?
I'm confused
Yeah.
how that messed up on F1's system.
Oh, because he was still like partly on track, I guess, and like so he had to. I mean, I guess like in hockey, if the puck is like just over the line, like you can see a little bit of white, you have to call it a goal. So I think it's like something similar to that, where like by law in there or by code, it counts as like a safety car.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be curious to look more into that because who was it? Was it Albon's car? No, it was Stroll. It was Stroll, right?
Oh, it was
it
Stroll.
Stroll.
Albon
Yeah.
came into the pits.
Okay, because yeah, he
I
pulled
was
over
just
like
confused
right in.
like why it needed to be a full-on safety car. And
Well, it was a
not just-
VSC, wasn't it?
No, it was full. It was a full safety car. I thought.
I have no clue. I don't
Wait,
remember.
Kevin, do you remember that? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm
I
just
thought it was
second
a
guessing myself.
VSC.
I thought so too.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was.
Oh, it was a full safety car.
It
a full
was?
safety
It was.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
sweet.
weird.
So I'm evicted again.
Huh. Okay.
Evicted? Is that- Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, it was a super short safety car also.
Enough to get Max up ahead.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
lucky with that. Just he had a few of those, I think, last season though. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of what you gotta you kind of plan
It's
for
all
that
luck.
too,
Yeah,
in a
that's it.
way. You know, if
Well,
you're
they were saying in this race that there's probably more than likely going to be a safety car.
Yeah, just because of the track layout. Even though they did fix it, which was nice. So there weren't crashes from that same corner that Mick unfortunately crashed around, but yeah, it ended up being good for Max, but ended up being really bad for Charles Leclerc, like I said earlier.
Yeah, what happened with Charles? I know he came on the team radio about something.
Yeah, so basically Hamilton came into pits, and he didn't know that. So what was it? Instead of what was it? I think Charles was just chilling because of the safety car, but since Hamilton came into the pits, Charles should have sped up a little bit to stay in front or get in front of Lewis. But because he didn't know that, he just kept the same pace, and Lewis came out in front of him.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But I think one of the commentators was saying that Lewis.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Someone's. What was that?
That's my ring.
Oh.
I think wasn't a commentator was saying it wouldn't have even mattered because of Mercedes, because Lewis had, I think, mediums on and Charles had hards on. So
That's true.
They were saying Lewis would have passed him probably anyways, regardless. But
But track position's everything.
still, I don't.
There's always a chance. I don't know.
I'm very confused. How hard is it to get it right? And especially they're already having like I'm not gonna say major problems, but like minor small problems that they've had last year. Where was it really Mattia Bonato's fault or
Oh
you
wait,
know?
he is not the problem. There's just like something else.
Yeah,
I feel
I feel like Ferrari just always puts the blame on someone, just never on
you have
themselves.
to. Yeah, I mean that's the Ferrari's motto.
Yeah,
You blame it on
it's
other
never our
people
fault.
rather than no, it's never Ferrari's fault. It's our damn employees that we hire. Um, but very interesting, dude. And what is up with I guess Fernando Alonso and the penalties? I thought we almost had the exact same repeat of Esteban Ocon of Bahrain.
Yeah, people weren't too happy about that.
Well, and then I saw photos afterwards of Fernando's car being off to the side, which apparently he was just off to the side. He wasn't ahead.
Right, but I think you just still have to be in the box.
But there was other people behind him that were also on the side that didn't get
I don't
a
know. I didn't see
penalty. And then I'm curious. I didn't read into about it, but obviously then he came into the pits, and then the back jack man put his
touched it. Yeah.
put the jack on, and so then Esteban. The same thing happened with Esteban. One of the guys touched the cars, and he got a 10-second penalty. And then that's when I thought I was like, Alonso definitely gonna get a 10-second. But then they found something in the rule book or something where he didn't get one.
Yeah, I think I was watching a different podcast or something. I forget what it was, but I think what they saw a bunch of other like cases where the rear jackman touched the back of the car and they didn't get an extra penalty. And it happened. I think it happened like multiple instances. So they're like, okay, you have to be like consistent somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think
the
yeah.
memes that came out of that were so funny though. It was the one where George was taking the trophy, and then he said Alonso deserved it, and then you see the one of Alonso's face, where he was just like looking up at George, expecting the trophy back.
I think I did see that.
Funny memes that came out of that. But no, Aston, they're on it, man. Do you guys think they'll get a race win this year?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean the rate they're going, like, there's no way. Because especially like you look at last season, there were some fluke accidents that happened with Red Bull. Like,
That's what I'm
I would
saying.
definitely.
And I'm curious to
I would definitely
see.
put money on it.
I'm curious to see once Stroll is 100%, to see, I guess, how much better he can be. I don't think he'll be where Alonso is, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like he's probably will stick around 4 or 5. But
Yeah, I think he'll definitely be up there. I think it's just hard to beat Alonso because of his driving style and his capability. His capability to understand a car.
yeah, he's really good. Is he 41 now?
He's old,
Yeah, bro.
something like that.
Look up Alonso's age real quick.
41. Yep, you're right.
Kind of.
41.
I think if he not win a or he made a comment saying winning a championship with Aston Martin would be a great way to finish out an amazing career. So I think because is he on a 2-year contract?
No, that was just one.
So I don't know.
No, because I think he wanted an extended contract.
Oh, he wanted a longer contract.
I think that was the whole point of him going to Aston Martin.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a 1 year because that's what Alpine offered him.
Oh yeah, they did offer him the 1 year. Gotcha. But no, I think they're doing really good this year. I feel like their car looks really good too. I like the green. I'm digging this year.
It's got like a gray greenish kind of look.
Yeah. What else happened in the race, guys? I feel like it wasn't like a super.
It was a big snoozer.
Yeah, it wasn't like a super action-packed race.
I mean, it was. It just there wasn't too much drama that happened. There was a lot of people passing each other and whatnot, but wasn't.
You guys
too much
see
drama.
the part where both Red Bulls cut the corner?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was cool.
I just, and it's like,
Everyone was talking about that.
yeah, and it had to have been totally by accident because it's unless.
Oh, that was on purpose.
Well,
It was
okay,
100%
I know
Yeah.
it was on purpose, but do you think it was on purpose that they both did it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Max
'Cause
wanted to
they
keep up
even
with
said it.
Checo. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It's just, it's so funny. It was a great angle of it.
Yeah, because Checo didn't want Max to keep on gaining on him.
So he cut
And
the
Max-
corner.
So he cut the corner, and then Max saw him cut the corner, knew what Checo was doing, so he also cut the corner.
Gotcha. Okay, I get it. Makes sense. Got to gain the time back somewhere.
Yep.
Missing anything else?
I mean, then I'm just gonna go over the results. Checo first, Max second, which was surprising, but not also not too surprising. It was more surprising how fast he worked himself up the grid.
Yeah. Oh, one thing. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I think it was kind of crazy when Max was behind Lewis. You could just when he passed Lewis, or when Max passed Lewis, I thought it was pretty crazy how easy it was. Just the ease he gained. Do you guys think versus I don't know what Mercedes was like the fastest car, but do you think this is the fastest car ever in Formula One, the Red Bull?
No, because they have a lot more drag reduction on there from like the aerodynamics.
Gotcha.
I think there was like a stat that shows like the fastest era was like at V10 era.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because I know they've been. I've heard that going around. I guess everyone's saying that this could be the fastest car ever. But interesting. All right, Kim, keep going.
Let's see. Fernando Alonso third, thankfully. George Russell fourth. Hamilton fifth. Sainz and Leclerc sixth and seventh, which to me was kind of surprising that they didn't get further up the grid.
The Ferraris.
Yeah, because they did so well last season. I feel like it wouldn't have been that much harder. At least I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how the
That's the
engineering
thing.
and everything happens, but
It's-
I feel like they should have been more competitive. At least
Yeah,
at the
it
beginning
seemed
of
like
this
they
year.
were better in Bahrain and Mercedes were better here compared to them. I don't know.
Yeah. And then let's see, eighth I got Ocon, and then ninth Gasly, which I remember that being a pretty close fight during the race.
Ocon and Gasly.
Yeah. But was it exciting towards the end? Was it the last 5 laps or so? There was a K-Mag and Yuki.
Oh yeah.
The fight for that last point. That was a pretty good fight.
And K-Mag got it right.
Yeah, K-Mag ended up getting, I think, on the last lap.
Okay, yeah. I think I heard Yuki scream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like, no!
Yeah, dude, he is so aggressive.
Well, I love
I mean-
how animated he is.
Yeah,
I mean, it would have been the team's first point of the season,
true.
I believe, right?
So wait, we're both Alpines are in the points, and then one Haas in the point. K-Mag
Say it again?
was K-Mag was it K-Mag in the points?
Yeah, K-Mag in the points. He got the last point in 10th.
And then
Yeah.
Hulkenberg was after Yuki, right?
Yeah, he came in. Hulkenberg came in 12th.
Didn't he start before Kevin or no?
I believe so. I just don't know
Interesting.
exactly where.
Are you guys kind of bummed there's no really drama between them this season?
No.
I was kind of hoping for some drama.
It's 2 races in. We've got
Well-
a long season ahead of us. There's plenty of time for drama. The suck my balls is gonna come back around. It's got to.
I mean, maybe as a joke, but not actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. Joe came in 13th. Nick DeVries in 14th. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like everyone kind of hyped up Nick DeVries
Bro,
so much.
I
to
was
the point
hyping
where-
up Nick DeVries. I
Yeah.
thought my boy was gonna do. I'm not calling him my boy, but I thought he was gonna do a lot better. Yeah, and I feel like he's kind of just he's okay. He's just there. He's okay.
Yeah. There's nothing really happening.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be because of the car and everything, but compared to the hype that was put behind him,
Agreed.
he's not doing as well as he should have. Because people were worried for Yuki and the fact that he might have be blown out of the water, but right now Yuki's holding his own, fighting for points, and I mean Nick is not too far off the pace, but
Do you think, because this is also Yuki's last year, I think, on his contract, do you think
that is true.
they'll retain him?
I think so.
I feel like
I feel like maybe because he's got a lot of like that kind of. You can get a lot of fans for him and like sell
Yeah.
merch. Like he just kind of brings more people to the team.
that's true. Because I was curious about that. I feel like he's got to definitely prove himself this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Again.
has. He's been super close to the points 2 races in a row, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. He finished 11th 2 races in a row.
Okay. What about the Williams? What happened to them? I know Albon DNF.
Logan Sargent, he finished in 16th, right behind Oscar Piastri, in
And
15th.
Lando was last.
Lando
Not
was
last.
not last. He was in 17th, and Valtteri Bottas
What happened
came
to
in last
Valtteri?
at 18th. I honestly don't know exactly what happened to him,
What?
but he got lapped.
I gotta start paying attention. Interesting. And
Yeah.
where was Joe again?
He came in 13th, right behind Nico.
Interesting then. Yeah. So I feel like something had to happen there.
Yeah, I don't know. The past 2 races, I don't think Valtteri's been doing too. Actually, no, he did good. Wait, where is he? Bro, am I blind? Where is he? Okay, never mind. I think something must have happened. I don't remember exactly what happened.
I really want Logan to do well.
I mean, he's not doing too bad.
No, yeah, he's not doing too bad, but I definitely, I want him to rise up the ranks and represent America well.
I mean, he is a pretty fast driver from what I've heard. So
His first race was definitely good. He definitely got he's got potential, for sure.
Yeah.
So I think time will tell. We've got a long season ahead of us, so.
I still want to see Oscar Piastri because he's one of the 3 rookies. Yeah, one of the 3 rookies that haven't been able to fully show off what they're capable of in either of the races.
That's still so interesting to me. I'm wondering. We won't know until the end of the season how I guess good or bad McLaren will be throughout the whole season. But I'm curious if he has any sort of regret in his decision with McLaren.
I mean, as of right now, maybe because Alpine is able to fight for points while McLaren are fighting for to not finish last right now.
I feel like after that first race, I would have been like, "What did I do?" Just like, I don't even know. Alrighty, so next we have this upcoming weekend the Australian Grand Prix. Do you guys have your predictions?
I can take a crack at it. Well, let's go first, Michael. Let's have you go first.
All right, I'm
Mr.
going
Winner.
Verstappen.
All right.
Go Max, duh, of course. And then I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say Charles. And I know I feel like I could see him.
Ferrari's coming back.
And then I'm gonna go Checo.
All right.
Fortunately, no Alonso podium this week.
No Alonso podium.
Respect. I like it. I mean, that's a decent one.
I feel like I'm gonna get 100%. 100%.
100%.
Feeling it?
I'm
All right.
feeling pretty confident in it. I'm not gonna lie.
That one's a pretty safe one.
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh,
said
yeah.
Charles
You did say Charles.
Charles second.
third?
What'd you say? You cut out. Oh, he's done.
Am I bugging out?
You're
No,
good
you're
now.
good.
You're good now. You're back. And,
So you said
I said Max, Charles, and
Charles,
Sergio.
Checo.
Yep.
Uh,
Who's next?
not good.
Kevin, go.
All right.
Well, Jared dies.
I'm gonna go.
Got it.
It's tough between the two Red Bulls because me personally, I think
I wanted Checo. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna say it's gonna end the same way the Saudi race ended. Checo, Verstappen, Alonso.
Alonso, okay.
Again?
Alright.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go obviously Max first. Third, I'm gonna say Hamilton, and I know I went out of order. Second place, that one I'm a little bit more wishy-washy on.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I could say like Checo or maybe like a Ferrari, but I don't know because I feel like we haven't seen any reliability issues with Red Bull, so I'm thinking
Not
maybe.
yet.
I mean,
no.
this
Not
weekend
yet.
they didn't seem too reliable. I mean,
That's true.
look at Max in
Yeah.
qualifying.
They've always had like some sort of reliability.
Max didn't even make it
problems.
out of qualifying. I mean, he made it out of the first, and then
No, that's true.
kind of went away during the second.
Nothing major in the race, but I think it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's like hard for me to pull the trigger and say any of the Ferraris up in second.
Yeah,
It's just like who else could you put in second besides Checo? And like Alonso,
Alonso.
I don't think he can crack it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Someone didn't like that hot take.
Okay, but when
yeah.
you mean
I'll-
crack it,
I'll
do you
go
mean
Sergio?
do you mean like do you think
I just don't think
this
he gets the
weekend?
No, I just don't think he gets up into that like.
Wow, disrespecting
Fuck
your
Checo.
elders.
Unless all of them are elders to me. If one of the Red Bulls like has something mechanically go wrong, I think maybe
It's
he
gonna
could pop-
that's gonna have to happen for the win. I guarantee that. I mean, their car has just already looked so dominant over the past two races. So it's
Yeah.
like
I mean,
something.
you saw like how Checo or who was it? Someone was like racing alongside Alonso, and he just like let them go. Like it's not his
Yeah, that was
fight.
Max.
Yeah, okay. There's no way he can compete. So
So you're
I'm
going.
gonna
Max.
go Max, Checo, and Hamilton.
All right,
Hamilton, all right.
locked in.
Yeah.
Locked in. We'll see. Because I know we touched upon a lot of people are saying Max is going to win every single race this season. I do think there's a good possibility that Red Bull could win every race this season.
Oh,
Red Bull win.
I don't think every
race.
I
could see that.
I could see it. I mean,
If
don't
it stays the way it is right now,
Yeah.
Red Bull has such a big advantage to the other teams. It's not even funny. Like from Verstappen, from Verstappen, keeping in mind he started in 15th, ended in second place. He was roughly, I want to say, 15 seconds in front of Alonso, which came in third.
Yeah. Wow, he's 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
Dang, I did not know that. The only thing I'll say is, and I don't know, I'm not technical at all in F1, but because of their penalty, where they now have less, I think, time in the wind tunnel, I believe it is.
That is true.
Because I've heard a lot of broadcasters say that will come towards the end of the season, where they may at the end of the season is where you may start to see some fall down. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's fair.
Granted, I don't buy it. Like it's not gonna be dramatic where then they're completely out of the points. But I'm curious to see if that will actually take effect. So only time will tell.
We'll see when
All right.
time comes.
Any other final thoughts?
No.
I'm excited for Australia. You guys see Danny Rick did a little special Australian dirt racing in a Red Bull car.
Oh,
I think I just saw a clip of that right before I hopped on.
My like secret plan, not my secret plan, but my vision is Checo gets out of there this year, and then Danny Rick is back in the car next year.
That is a hot take.
That's like I love Checo. I would much rather have Daniel Ricciardo replace Max Verstappen.
I mean, I can see that because Daniel does like the same style of car as Max, but time will tell.
I think it depends on
We'll
how
see.
Checo acts this year and like how he chooses to go about this year.
so far he's had a little bark. Got a little bark back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
know if they're gonna really.
I mean,
like
that's
that.
just because he can't. He can now because he's challenging Max
Yeah.
right now.
And that's the thing. If Daniel were to come back in, he's got no bark. He's got to play the team
Yeah.
game if he wants to gain their trust.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we'll see.
if you look at the beginning of last year, Checo was kind of the same, but you
Yeah.
could tell that Max was still had that upper edge on him. So he fought back a little bit, but not too much because he did know that
Totally.
he was still the second driver at the
Yeah.
time.
So I'm excited. I want to see some battles between them this year. I think it'll be good.
No, yeah, it will be fun.
Hopefully we'll see some good racing in Australia. So
Hopefully they don't take out each other like
Max and Lewis.
Max and Lewis. I meant Danny and Max.
Oh, Danny, Max, and Baku.
Yep.
That was Max's fault. Everyone knows it. But that was young Max. So, alrighty, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys listening. Thanks for listening to the first podcast. We actually got really good reviews. Not reviews, but we got a lot of listens. So that was good. So stay tuned. Check out the Instagram. We'll be posting some stuff up there. And we'll be back at some point for the next podcast. So thanks for
Plug the
listening.
Instagram.
Plug the
How do you know what
Instagram
the
at
Instagram
the
is?
F1 Debrief podcast. What's yours, Kevin and Jared? Plug yours
Oh,
too. you want.
UV_NIVEK.
Ooh, Nevek.
Yep.
I'll tag him in the post. What's yours, Jared?
It is Charles Fanboy Club. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna plug my Instagram.
No, I thought yours would be George.
No, he's not a George.
No, he would definitely be a George fanboy
Nah,
deep inside.
He's
George?
He's a Lando fan.
Oh, I hate both of those. I could make like a Lando hate page. That's what it was.
Oh my! I feel no. You're a K-Mag. You're a K-Mag fan.
Oh, K-Mag for sure. I actually
Yeah.
like it. Yeah,
That'll be fun.
K-Mag.
Actually,
Alright.
I changed mine. Mine's a Yuki fan club.
Yuki?
fan club?
No, no. Mine's Logie Sarge. Logie Sarge. Yep, on the hype train. Alrighty. Bye, guys.
All right. See ya.
Peace.